Hey, we're here where all the magic happens on this summer solstice. This morning I was listening to a really great musician, Skip Healy. If you follow him on Facebook, he plays tunes now like every day. And a lot of them are tunes I play. He plays them on flute. Sometimes he plays them on fife. He's a flute maker, a fife maker, a musician of some renown, and currently a resident of Switzerland. And he spends each morning playing some really cool tunes. Anyway, he, made me feel like taking a break from the historic music out of historic sources. That's not to say what I'm going to play isn't historic. It's just these are tunes that I'm going to play right now that I played when I was just in fife and drum, ancient fife and drum, where the music is like anything goes. Revolutionary War, Civil War, contemporary, traditional style, whatever. So I'm going to play a couple of tunes from that milieu because listening to Skip this morning made me wax nostalgic about that era. Played some fun stuff. Made some great friends. Learned some great music. So I'm going to, for the first go-around, mess with Boneparte crossing the Rhine. I don't even know where this tune is from. So, first up, Boneparte crossing the Rhine. Favorite of mine, jamming as a young boy. Well, I was a young man anyway. Jam sessions. Tune number 2, Crown Point, attributed to Roy Watrous, who wrote some really friggin' amazing tunes. I'm only finding out this late in the game. But this one I played years and years and years. I'm going to play it on this fife. It's called a Model F. It's patterned after a modern design fife. By modern, I mean like the 1960s, by a guy named Ferrari. And Ferrari fifes were fairly popular, and if you're lucky enough to have one, well, that's pretty sweet. It was the second fife I played. I learned on a plastic fife, and then was awarded a Ferrari fife to play by the band, and then graduated from that to a 2-piece conical bore fife, so we could do some stuff. But boy, I wish I still had that Ferrari. But anyway, a guy a few years back, well, about a few, maybe 10 years, 15 or 20 years back, decided to, or got the permission to reproduce the Ferrari, and he named it the Model F. Now, this particular fife has got a funny anecdote attached to it. I had ordered I wanted one. I got back into fifing at the beginning of the 2000s, and I wanted one like this for, you know, I started just buying fives. Got a lot of them. And the supplier was this very good friend of mine, Leo Brennan. God bless him. He passed away recently. And he sent me one right away. And it never came. I mean, UPS ate it up. It's somewhere out there. We went back and forth, and he sent me another one. So this is the other one. Boy, I wonder where that first one went. Who knows? But anyway, so I'll dedicate this crown point to Leo Brennan, the man who finally got me this five. It's a good tune, though. Set number 3, I think. Yeah. Going through a book that I found online from a really good old fife and drum corps from Rhode Island, the Kentish Gads. And they got some classics in this book. And I found Sgt O'Leary, a 968. And then right after Sgt O'Leary was the Sisters Jig, or what we just call Sisters, another 968. The cool thing about Sisters Jig, it was one of the first tunes I learned back when I started playing in 1979. God, that's so long ago. Anyway, so here is Sgt O'Leary and the Sisters Jig. Sorry about that little slip on the jig there at the end. That's what happens. Practice. Covitus. Number 4's track. Another. I remember when the Tunesmiths, I was the band I was in when I was a kid, the Yankee Tunesmiths. I remember when the Tunesmiths got this tune, it went over so well, we played the hell out of it. But that was fine. You got something good, you just go with it. It's called Welcome Here Again. It's an oldie. I've actually heard this tune played at 19th century style dances like Virginia reels and stuff. It's a great 2/4 bump, 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 bump. You can do like a nice marchy thing going on. But that was a nice tune. It was fun to play. All right, so number 5. If you play Welcome Here Again, and you got to play 1812. It's kind of funny. 1812 is simply Welcome Here Again souped up. So you might have heard this if you have a good ear for movie soundtracks next time you're watching The Outlaw Josie Wales. 1812. Sounds similar. Fun to play. Much funner to play. Tune number 6. Yes, 6 tunes today. Compensating for being absent and the little note garble in Sister's Jig. The last tune for today, I have no idea who wrote it, how old it is. All I know is that when I was in Ancient Fife and Drum, hot and heavy, we played this all the time. It was a tune that got played so often by the individuals in my corps that we all just started playing it together as a corps selection without ever handing the music out. That was the beauty of, I guess, of that. You could hand music out or you could just all play it, and usually just played the same anyway. There was a lot of oral tradition, ear playing, more so than I realized. But anyway, so Old Saybrook, named after a town in Connecticut. Lovely town. A couple of nice restaurants. Hotel we used to stay in whenever we went over that direction. And it's a 3-parter. A lot of fun. And it brings back a lot of memories. So here's Old Saybrook. We'll get back to some of the other stuff later, you know, the manuals and stuff, but this was fun. We'll do this occasionally. So have a good week. Wash your hands. Wear your mask.